Hey Cowboys fans, welcome back. Today we're diving deep into everything you need to know about the team's draft outlook and the defensive talent that could completely reshape this roster. With two first-round picks in the bag, there's a ton of intrigue around who might step in and make an immediate impact. If you've been keeping an eye on college football on Saturdays, some of these names are already starting to stand out, and we're going to break down the ones who could really make a difference for Dallas. Quarterback isn't on the table this year. So let's focus on the defensive side, where the Cowboys could see real upgrades. Jeremiah Love is a player generating a lot of buzz. He's been explosive for Notre Dame, showing the ability to create big plays in the passing game. What's exciting about him is how he's been integrated into his college offense, opening up opportunities and making a real impact downfield. While he might not reach the heights of some of the best prospects from previous years, his skill set is undeniable. If he's still on the board when the Cowboys pick, he could easily be the top player available. His athleticism and playmaking ability make him a threat every time he touches the ball, and teams like Dallas have been linked to him before for a reason. He brings that kind of dynamic energy that can shift the momentum of a game. Another player to watch is Arl Reese, a linebacker who has impressed with versatility and athleticism. He reminds you of some of the best all-around defenders, capable of rushing the passer, covering receivers, and stepping up against the run. He's a do-it-all linebacker, and there's a chance he could be the first defender off the board if teams are looking for someone who can fill multiple roles. Watching his tape, it's clear he can excel in a variety of schemes, which is exactly what Dallas often needs from its front seven players. His ability to impact the game in different ways makes him an enticing option, especially when building a defense that can adapt week to week. Then there's Ruben Bain, who has been a standout pass rusher this season. His ability to consistently pressure the quarterback has been exceptional, and if the Cowboys are looking to boost their edge rush, he fits that need perfectly. Watching his recent performances, it's obvious that he can dominate in critical moments, setting the tone for the defensive front. Players like Bain can change a game without touching the ball multiple times. Just the constant threat he poses to opposing quarterbacks alters how offenses operate. His size, skill, and consistent performance put him in that rare category of defensive players who can make a difference immediately. Defensive tackles are another area the Cowboys could target, depending on how the roster shakes out with players like Kenny Clark. Peter Woods has flash talent, showing the ability to line up in multiple positions along the defensive line. While Clemson as a team may not have had its most productive year, Woods' individual skill set remains intriguing. A player like him could be a solid addition to strengthen the interior line, providing versatility in defensive schemes and helping to shore up run defense while maintaining pass rush presence. Safety is a position where Dallas has historically been cautious, but players like Kale DS bring real upside. He thrives near the box, but is versatile enough to contribute in different defensive packages. While some of his big plays might have been situational, there's no denying his ability to impact a game at a high level. Elite safeties who can play multiple roles are rare, and someone like DS could provide the type of flexibility that allows a defensive coordinator to deploy creative schemes without sacrificing reliability in coverage. Offensive tackles are also a consideration, particularly with the uncertainty surrounding the roster and how certain players may fit long-term. Spencer Fono has shown versatility, capable of lining up at both left and right tackle. Caleb Lamu also enters the conversation as a strong prospect. In addition to run blocking, these tackles bring pass protection skills that could stabilize the offensive line for years to come. Tackles who can perform consistently in both areas are invaluable, especially in a league where protecting the quarterback and opening running lanes are equally critical. Edge rushers continue to stand out as a priority. Players like Kelrick Falk have the size and skill to be three-down defenders, capable of contributing on every snap without fading in certain situations. That type of durability and reliability is exactly what a team like Dallas needs to maintain pressure throughout a game. When evaluating prospects, the ability to stay on the field and impact every down cannot be overstated, and Falk fits that profile perfectly. Then there's David Bailey, a pass rusher whose numbers this season are absolutely elite. His pressure rate is among the best you'll see at the college level, comparable to some of the top rushers in recent memory. Bailey isn't necessarily a run stopper, but his athleticism and ability to consistently reach the quarterback make him a unique weapon for any defense. Players like him can completely change an offense's game plan simply by being on the field, forcing quick decisions, hurried throws, and ultimately creating turnover opportunities. On the linebacker front, beyond Arl Reese, there's a deep pool of talent. C.J. Allen has consistently improved throughout his college career, showing the ability to create turnovers and disrupt plays in multiple ways. This class is particularly loaded, giving the Cowboys options if they're looking to address depth and athleticism at linebacker. The versatility these players bring, whether in coverage or as pass rushers, provides a foundation for a defense that can adapt and excel in various matchups. Wide receivers, while not a major need, still offer some interesting prospects. Players like Jordan Tyson have been productive, and while the Cowboys may not prioritize the position immediately, adding talent to the roster could open up offensive options in future seasons. Depth at receiver always matters, particularly in a league that demands multiple playmakers to sustain a high-powered offense week after week. Finally, when looking at the interior defensive line, someone like AMARI Washington offers the potential to fill gaps if there's a need behind Kenny Clark. His size and ability in the run game provide a strong foundation, and having a reliable rotational player at tackle is crucial for maintaining defensive consistency throughout the season. These interior players often set the tone for how a defense operates, making them just as critical as the more flashy edge rushers or linebackers. The Cowboys' draft strategy seems clear. Focus on versatile, high-impact defenders who can make a difference immediately while also thinking long-term about roster balance. With 2 first-round picks, the potential to add multiple difference-makers is real, and the depth in this draft class gives Dallas plenty of options to address multiple areas of need. Each prospect brings something unique to the table, whether it's explosive playmaking, consistent pressure, or multi-role versatility, and that makes this draft an exciting one to watch for Cowboys fans. Moving forward, one of the most fascinating aspects of this draft class is the sheer versatility of some of these defensive prospects. Players like T.J. Parker, though not having their best season, still bring tools that could fit well in Dallas' scheme. While his sack numbers have dipped compared to previous campaigns, his ability to line up across the line and create mismatches can't be ignored. Even if he doesn't dominate every stat sheet, a player with his length, speed, and technique can disrupt an offensive game plan simply by being in the right position at the right time. And when you consider how the Cowboys utilize their defensive front, having someone like Parker who can shift roles gives the coaching staff options they didn't have before. Quarterback might not be the focus this year, but keeping an eye on signal callers like Ty Simpson and Leonard Siracco helps put the rest of the class in context. Simpson has been playing well at Alabama, showing promise as a developing talent, while Siracco has demonstrated the kind of poise that makes you wonder how he'll transition to the next level. Even though Dallas doesn't need a quarterback immediately, seeing how these players operate against top-tier defenses helps frame the conversation for the rest of the draft. Knowing the strengths and weaknesses of QBs in this class indirectly affects how teams approach defensive picks, particularly those edge rushers and linebackers who will be tasked with pressuring these young quarterbacks. Cornerback will be an area to watch closely. The Cowboys have had issues in coverage, and some of the top corners in this draft could be game changers if they slip into Dallas range. College tape shows a mix of athleticism and football IQ, but translating that to the NFL is always the challenge. The top prospects at this position are disruptive, fast, and instinctive, and with the right coaching, they can lock down one side of the field or excel in zone coverage schemes. Pairing a new corner with the existing defensive core could provide that balance Dallas has been seeking for several seasons, and it could take pressure off the linebackers and safeties, allowing the defense to function more cohesively. Francis Mauigoa is another interesting option at offensive tackle. While he primarily plays right tackle, his ability to contribute to both the run game and pass protection gives the Cowboys flexibility, especially if the roster sees changes or injuries. Tackles like Mauigoa are critical because they provide stability on the line and allow offensive coordinators to be more creative with play calling. Solid offensive line play directly impacts how well the running game develops and how clean the pocket remains for the quarterback, making prospects at this position extremely valuable. David Bailey deserves another mention because the numbers he's putting up are truly exceptional. His pass rush productivity is among the highest in college football, and when you watch his game tape, it's clear that his instincts and timing give him an edge over most linemen he faces. While he might not contribute heavily against the run, his presence alone can alter an opponent's strategy. A player like Bailey can force quicker throws, lead to mistakes, and create opportunities for turnovers. His athleticism allows him to stay on the field for multiple downs without losing effectiveness, and that's exactly what a defense like Dallas needs to generate consistent pressure throughout a game. Looking at wide receivers again, Jordan Tyson and Carnell Tate have shown flashes that are hard to ignore. While the Cowboys don't have an immediate need at this position, adding dynamic athletes to the receiving core helps with depth and opens up possibilities for creative offensive packages. You never know when injuries or matchups might make a previously overlooked receiver the focal point of a game. Depth and versatility at wideout ensure that the team can sustain offensive efficiency over a long season, and it gives quarterbacks more reliable options to attack different zones on the field. AMARI Washington and other interior defensive line prospects are crucial to consider if there's a potential gap behind starters. These players provide the kind of rotational depth that keeps the defensive front fresh and effective, particularly late in games when fatigue can become a factor. Having strong depth inside allows edge rushers to maintain aggressive positioning without worrying about overexposing the interior gaps. Washington's size, strength, and run-stopping ability make him a key piece in building a balanced, adaptable defensive line. Safety continues to be an intriguing position, especially with multi-role athletes like Kale DS. His ability to play near the box or in coverage gives coaches flexibility to create hybrid packages that can fuse offenses. Elite safeties can influence both the running game and the passing game, and someone like DS brings that rare blend of playmaking ability and versatility. He can line up closer to the line of scrimmage for run support, drop back into coverage to defend the pass, and even contribute on special teams. Having a player who can handle multiple roles allows a defense to disguise schemes and keep offenses guessing. Linebacker depth remains one of the strongest areas of this draft. Beyond Reese and Allen, prospects like Sonny Styles and Harold Perkins offer unique skill sets. Styles, for example, has the ability to cover tight ends and running backs effectively, while Perkins' hybrid approach allows him to line up in multiple positions along the field. The depth at linebacker means the Cowboys could address both immediate needs and future planning, ensuring that their front seven remains athletic, adaptable, and capable of handling a variety of offensive strategies. But before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the Dallas Cowboys. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments as well. Whispers are swirling around the Dallas Cowboys headquarters today, as sources suggest that star wide receiver Amari Cooper may be on the brink of a monumental return. Eyewitnesses reportedly spotted Cooper arriving at the team's facility earlier this afternoon, igniting a frenzy among fans and media alike. According to insiders, the four-time Pro Bowler is expected to finalize a 4-year contract, potentially reshaping the Cowboys' offensive landscape for years to come. The sight of Cooper stepping onto the practice field in Cowboys gear was enough to send social media into overdrive. Speculation about the terms of the deal has already begun, with many pointing to the team's aggressive strategy to maintain dominance in the NFC East. Cooper, whose career has been marked by explosive plays and reliable hands, could provide the stability and star power Dallas has been seeking, particularly in a season where every matchup matters more than ever. While the Cowboys have remained tight-lipped, insiders hint that the organization is moving swiftly to secure one of the league's premier wide receivers. Fans are imagining the possibilities: a dynamic receiving core that could rival any defense in the NFL, big play potential on every down, and a veteran presence capable of mentoring the next generation of talent. Cooper's potential reunion with quarterback Dak Prescott has also fueled the excitement, recalling the chemistry that once made Dallas a formidable passing threat. Of course, nothing is confirmed until signatures are on the dotted line, but the buzz around Frisco is undeniable. Sports commentators are already speculating about how Cooper's addition could influence the draft, the depth chart, and even playoff hopes. For now, Cowboys fans are left buzzing with anticipation, eyes glued to every update, hoping that the rumors will solidify into one of the most thrilling acquisitions in recent team history. Whether it's a done deal or just another chapter in the offseason drama, one thing is clear. Amari Cooper walking through the Cowboys' doors has reignited dreams of dominance, and the league is watching closely. Stay tuned. This story is far from over. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the Dallas Cowboys, please subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. We always look forward to your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.